Hi there, Nate Urandi, Orion Training Systems. Got a couple of cool things to start out with. First of all, the old Fama jersey. Love these vintage sweaters. I've got about 6 or 7 of them, compliments of my wife. She knows I love these things and I wear them every chance I get. We also have Mr. Elmer, one of our 3 rescue dogs. He's either a 14-ish year old dachshund or he's about 3 or 4 with a really bad meth habit because he's got no teeth. But he certainly doesn't act like a 14-year-old. Love this guy, and he's going to sit with me through this. Topic for today, Nicole Cooke giving her dissertation on the state of Team Sky as well as the misogynistic stance of British cycling in front of UK Parliament. Wow, that is fantastic. And I've got some notes here, so if you see me looking down, I just don't want to get anything wrong because this is a fantastic, very ballsy move. No offense, Nicole, but it took brontosaurus-sized balls to do what you did, and I got nothing but 2 thumbs up and massive respect for you now. I did when you were a rider, but I've got even greater respect for you now. A woman to take on men in a men's sport steeped in the type of archaic history that cycling has. I love the sport, but let's be real here. There are some salient points that are worth bringing up. For example, we think about Team Sky, we think about their BS marginal gains and attention to detail, yet they have no idea what was in the jiffy bag. If there's that sort of methodical attention to detail, sure as shit they're going to know what's in that jiffy bag. Don't buy it. I don't think anybody does, but if you do, take your rose-tinted glasses off. Second, the disparity of how men and women are treated within British cycling. It's really quite sickening when you think about it. We think about other sports that have equal opportunity, equal pay for men and women. It's not even close in cycling. It's kind of like the marathon in the Olympic Games. The fact that the first women's marathon didn't even exist until 1984 because whoever thought, oh, women can't handle it. Seriously? These are the people who propagate the human population. They're the ones who bear children. If men bore children, we wouldn't have a population problem. I can guarantee you that. Third, the conflict of interest surrounding the whole Shane Sutton sexism investigation. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. TEUs before major events. Nicole talks about, very candidly, her own use of TUEs, not TEUs, TUEs, therapeutic use exemptions. And the fact that, she needed one because she was so close to needing surgery that was the only way she could possibly avoid surgery. And the TUE simply prolonged the decision to then have the surgery. During that time, she was in such a state physically, she couldn't compete. That is what a TUE is for. When you are sidelined by an injury or by some medical condition that you have no recourse but to take some very strong medications to allow you to function normally. If you're that bad, you shouldn't be competing, and you sure as hell can't be winning a Grand Tour, let alone a stage within a Grand Tour. So when you look at how Team Sky completely abused the TUE system, and that's exactly what they did. They ran a freight train through any loophole they could find. That smacks of gaming the system. So my hope is that Nicole's presentation to UK Parliament opens up a bunch of people's eyes and starts blowing the lid off this inherent hypocrisy that's endemic across the entire sporting world, not just in cycling, but across the entire sporting world. Because until that happens, until people start to put their self-interests aside and do what's actually right, we're not going to make any progress in the fight against doping, against performance-enhancing drugs, against the sexism, against anything that erodes what sport is really about. I'll leave you with that. Again, brontosaurus-sized balls, Nicole. Don't mean to offend you, but what you did took phenomenal guts. Massive applause for you. Even Elmer thinks it was awesome. And until next time, happy training.